Sebastian, hi.
Hi, Nicolás. How are you?
Yeah, a little complicated, but no problems. Hey, I got a question for you. In class, they asked me the next question. Okay, what are the advantages for language learners of the following activities? The first one, it will be reading fiction in English. What is your opinion about that?
Yeah, it's a interesting question. For example, Nicolás, what do you think that university will read about fiction in English?
Well, if I'm honest, I think it's unnecessary because they don't not resemble reality. They're too fiction. Well, it's in the name, but it's not realistic.
It's it's okay, but it's true, but it's not realistic. But in for example, I don't agree with you, Nicolás, because reading fiction in English improve our pronunciation for this language in English. But it's true, it's not realistic, but for it's better, it's more I don't know, it's more helpful about me for the uh, better the pronunciation about me in English, read and feature in English.
Okay, yeah, okay, I think you're right by that way. But let me tell you about a little story, okay? But the other day I was going to buy a fiction book just to try it, to give it a little chance, a little opportunity. But I saw a lot of kids crowding the space, and well, and so I couldn't get one. That's another reason for why I don't like the fiction books. When you try to give it an opportunity to that type of stories, uh, the most of the time you can get one example. You can get one example of the book. It's too complicated because sadly in these days today it's a very popular type of book.
Yeah, it's true. It's a very popular type of book. Um, Another question is about reading real books now, Nicolas.
Yeah, um, that's right.
What do you think? For example, the students in university read and reads book.
Are you talking about e-reader and physical books?
Yes.
Well, if I honest, I prefer the e-reader books, the virtual books, because we
Virtual books you prefer.
yeah, I know that there is
Why?
a little illogical about my last answer, but if I honest, there are a lot of examples of the books in the web, because when you go to the library, for example, you're trying to find an atlas, but there is not more examples. Well, in the internet, there you got a lot of them, and you don't have to get worried about to don't found any example.
Okay, interesting, but in my case, I prefer to read book in physical book because, for example, in my case, I don't see very well. It's good for me to read physical book. Another example is, for example, when my family travel to another city, another country, it's necessary travel with my book, physical book. I read in the plane. I went in the car, in the trains, in the other side in the world. Not necessarily the laptop, not necessarily the cell phone, not necessarily the another example and cell phone and tablet and etc.
Yeah, I know, but well, I got to tell you that, well, the books there are just paper, and when the time passed, all the books got damaged, and you can read it well. The words you can read it. It's a little complicated to read a notebook, if I honest.
Okay. Another questions? No?
No, I think so. That's all. I just need an opinion from another person to complete this task.
Okay.
Thank you,
Goodbye,
Sebastian.
Nicolas.
See you next time, Sebastian.
Goodbye. Goodbye.